Executive Committee of National Economic Council (ECNEC) approved 17 projects with an overall estimated cost of 15,383 crore taka. Doctors continuing utmost efforts to help BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia's recovery, says Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Sheikh Hasina sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in case filed over corruption in plot allocation in Purbachal. Sheikh Rehana 7 years and Tulip Siddiqui 2 years, while each of other 14 accused sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. Witness testimony begins in crimes against humanity against Hasanul Haq Inu for 8 allegations, including killing of 6 people in Kushtia in July mass uprising. Next hearing on Tuesday. Period for expatriate voters registration through using Postal Vote BD app extended until December 25. Severe cyclones, floods and landslides claim lives of 1,000 people in Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia and Sri Lanka. Establishing a two-state system, the only way to resolve Palestine-Israel conflict, says Pope Leo. And in Chattogram, Bangladesh will face Ireland in third and final T20 tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum viewers, this is News at 10 on BTV News. I'm Imtiaz Ahmed Siddiqui. You just heard the highlights. Let's move on to the details of those stories. Executive Committee of the National Economic Council (ECNEC) today approved 17 development projects involving a total estimated cost of 15,383 crore taka to infuse dynamism in the country's development initiatives. The approval came at a meeting of the ECNEC held with ECNEC chairperson, Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus in the chair at the NEC conference room in the city's Sher-e-Bangla Nagar area. Of the approved projects, 12 are new and 5 are revised projects. The major projects approved today are sustainable agricultural development in Chattogram agricultural region, quality seed potato production, storage and distribution to farmers, second revised, drilling of 3 exploration wells, Shirikhail Deep 1, Mubarakpur Deep 1, Fenchuganj South 1, construction of Shonagazi 220 megawatt solar power plant, construction of 1,560 residential flats for families of July warriors disabled during the Anti-Discrimination Student Movement 2024 at Mirpur Section 9, construction of 36 July residential flats for families of martyrs of the Anti-Discrimination Student Movement 2024 on NHA-owned land, modernization of existing electrical, mechanical and fire safety equipment at Bangladesh Secretariat, Transport Pool, Minister's Apartments and Secretary Residences, Dhaka Mass Rapid Transit Development Project Line 6, third revised, upgrading of Sirajganj, Raiganj, Chandai Kola Z5042 District Highway to standard width, Narayanganj Green and Resilient Urban Development Project, Japan Human Resources Development Scholarship Project second phase, completion of construction of 10-story academic and central research laboratory building and other facilities at Noakhali Science and Technology University, climate responsive reproductive health and population services, improvement and system strengthening for results, establishment of essential biotech and research center, Munshiganj first revised, implementation of essential activities of DGHS, DGDA and Community Clinic Health Support Trust. Briefing reporters after the meeting, Planning Advisor Dr. Waituddin Mahmood said government has moved forward with 2 major housing initiatives aimed at rehabilitating families affected during the 2024 anti-discrimination student movement. Out of the 2 schemes, first project is to construct 1,560 residential flats for the families of July warriors who lost their ability to work during the 2024 mass uprising. Other one is construction of 36 July residential complex on NHA-owned land at Mirpur Section 14 under Dhaka North City Corporation. The project intended to provide permanent housing for families of the students martyred in 2024 mass uprising. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus welcomed the President of the Korea International Cooperation Agency (KOICA), Chang Won-sam, at the State Guest House Jamuna today. During the meeting, the two sides discussed enhancing development cooperation, investment, skills training and support for Bangladesh's smooth graduation from LDC status. Chang Won-sam reaffirmed KOICA's political and developmental support for the interim government of Bangladesh and its ongoing reform initiatives. The chief advisor thanked Chang Won-sam for his visit and expressed hope that Bangladesh and Korea would continue to advance together at an accelerated pace. Presenting the government's economic vision, the chief advisor encouraged Korean investors and institutions to view Bangladesh as a long-term strategic partner in production and trade. Professor Mohammad Yunus said, "We want to become a production hub. We can produce your products here and sell them everywhere. We have the manpower and the capabilities, and our young population is eager to work hard." The chief advisor placed a special emphasis on people-centric cooperation, particularly in language training, healthcare and skill development. He urged KOICA to expand Korean language programs in Bangladesh to widen opportunities for Bangladeshi youths in education, training and employment in Korea. He also called for deeper collaboration in healthcare training. In response, KOICA President Chang Won-sam expressed willingness to explore expanded cooperation in skills development and education. Chief Advisor's Special Envoy for International Affairs Lutfi Siddiqui and SDG Coordinator and Senior Secretary Lamia Murshid were present at the meeting. The health condition of BNP chairperson and former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia has improved a little. However, the physicians opine that she is still not out of danger. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir stated this at a program in the capital today. Khaleda's treatment is going on under the intensive care of local and foreign expert doctors. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir informed that the physical condition of Begum Khaleda Zia is stable. He said this at a program at Gulshan in the capital today. Meanwhile, a 5-member Chinese medical team arrived in Dhaka to provide Medicare for Khaleda Zia. They are observing her condition intensely. Liberal Democratic Party LDP arranged a Dua and Milad Mahfil at its central office at Mog Bazar in the capital, seeking quick recovery of BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia. LDP chairman Colonel Retired Ali Ahmed presided over the event. Party's presidium members, including LDP Secretary General Dr. Ridwan Ahmed, were present on the occasion. Later, special dua and prayers were offered seeking early recovery of Begum Khaleda Zia. Besides offering dua and milad, are being continued across the country seeking her quick recovery. Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs Advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul has said that there is no legal barrier to BNP's acting chairman Tarique Rahman returning to the country. He said this while speaking to journalists at the Secretariat this afternoon. Regarding the issue of Tarique Rahman's return, the advisor said that maximum cooperation will be provided and the highest level of security measures will be ensured for him in the country. The verdict has been delivered in the case filed over allegations of abusing power by Sheikh Hasina to obtain a 10-kata government plot in the Purbachal New Town project in the capital. Today, Judge Rabiul Alam of Dhaka Special Judge Court 4 sentenced fascist Sheikh Hasina to 5 years in prison, her sister Sheikh Rehana to 7 years in prison, and her daughter, British MP Tarique Rizwana, to 2 years in prison. According to the charge sheet, the case was filed on January 13 this year by Anti-Corruption Commission's Deputy Director Salahuddin, alleging that Sheikh Hasina obtained a 10-kata plot in the Purbachal New Town project through abuse of power and irregularities. After the investigation on March 10, 2 additional accused were added and the charge sheet was submitted against a total of 17 individuals. On July 31, Judge Rabiul Alam of Dhaka Special Judge Court 4 framed charges against the accused in 3 cases and ordered the trial to begin. In the case, 32 witnesses testified before the court. Across 4 plot-related corruption cases, Hasina has been sentenced to a total of 26 years of rigorous imprisonment. Earlier on November 17, the International Crimes Tribunal sentenced fascist Hasina to death on charges related to July Uprising massacre. During her 16 consecutive years in power, fascist Sheikh Hasina not only eliminated opposition politics but also devastated the country's financial sectors. Through her family members and Awami League leaders, she allegedly laundered thousands of crores of taka abroad and plundered the nation's resources. Among the corruption cases that began after her fall from power, the plot scam case is one of the most prominent. In this case, a total of 17 people, including Hasina, Rehana, and their children, have been charged. Former UK Labour Party Minister Tarique Rizwana Siddique has been accused of using her influence to secure plot allocations in the names of her mother Sheikh Rehana, brother Ridwan Mujib Siddique, and sister Azmira Siddique. The allegation against the accused is that despite owning property in Dhaka, they concealed that information and obtained a 10-kata plot in the Purbachal New Town project. According to the charge sheet, with Tarique's special authority and assistance, Sheikh Hasina abused her power to approve the plot allocation, and later there were allegations of tampering with the official documents. Following the death sentence in a crimes against humanity case, Hasina has been sentenced to a total of 26 years of rigorous imprisonment across 4 plot-related corruption cases. Her son Shajib Wajid Joy and daughter Saima Wajid Putul have each been sentenced in separate cases to 5 years in prison, and both are currently fugitives. The International Crimes Tribunal has postponed until tomorrow the deposition hearing in the case against Hasanul Haq Inu, which involves 8 charges of crimes against humanity, including the killing of 6 people in Kushtia during the July uprising. International Crimes Tribunal 2 fixed the date today after the first day of testimony. 2 witnesses testified before the tribunal today. The tribunal recorded the statement of the first witness, July fighter Raisul Haq, and the second witness, seizure list witness prosecutor Tanveer Hussain Jauhar. Tribunal 2 yesterday rejected an application seeking a review of the order framing 8 charges, including the killing of 6 people in Kushtia during the July movement against Hasanul Haq Inu. In their petition, the defense questioned the legitimacy of the July uprising and the current government's lawmaking authority. Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam termed such arguments tantamount to contempt of court and sedition during the hearing. According to the 39-page formal charges, testimonies from 20 witnesses will be recorded. Earlier in the morning, Hasanul Haq Inu was produced before the tribunal. The deadline for voting registration for expatriates has been extended from 18 December to midnight of 25 December. EC Senior Secretary Akhtar Ahmed announced this while briefing journalists at the Election Commission building at Agargaon in Dhaka today. He said that as part of finalizing the voter list, 7 important areas of NID correction will remain suspended for now. The 7 suspended services are the voter's name, father's name, mother's name, occupation, date of birth, voter address and photograph. The EC Secretary said that new NID registration activities are currently ongoing and will continue in the future. However, only those who turned 18 and registered by 31 October will be included in the upcoming voter lists. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has thanked the government for creating an environment conducive to free and fair elections in the country and for preparing to hold polls in February. He made the remarks this morning at BNP Chairperson's Gulshan Political Office during an event where renowned economist Reza Kibriya joined the party. Mirza Fakhrul said that if the BNP is voted to power, it will build a democratic and economically prosperous nation. Speaking about the treatment of Begum Khaleda Zia, the BNP Secretary General said doctors are making their utmost efforts to help her recover. BNP Standing Committee member Salahuddin Ahmed and other senior leaders were present at that time. Dhaka University has organized a grand victory rally to mark December, the month of victory. Dhaka University Vice Chancellor, Proctor, Registrar and DAKSU leaders joined the rally this morning. Speaking at the event, Dhaka University Vice Chancellor Niyaz Ahmed Khan said December stands as a milestone. Recalling the university's contributions during the nation's critical moments, he mentioned that Dhaka University has always stood beside the nation, taking the people along whenever needed. Describing the victory rally as a symbol of unity, he said, the nation must remain united in any situation, just as it did in the past. And now international news.